Besties, what's going on? Girl, you got it working. Yeah, it's back working. Woohoo! Because she was about to lose it, okay? She was about to lose that with the Apple, y'all. She was gonna have to call dear Mr. No, she's got to write Mr. Apple to figure out what was going on with her hearts and her computer. But anyway, welcome everybody to Bestie Finders Office Hours.
Yeah.
Besties, what's going on?
Hey.
Y'all good?
Yes, we are almost recovered from our road trip, are we?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah. Look, that's
Getting
why y'all getting it today. Getting nothing but pure raw. You getting my desktop
Whew.
lippy and no makeup. I said our platform need a filter. So the days that we don't want to put on no makeup, but that's the best part about working from home, right?
Yes.
hmm
Um, so we don't want to put on no makeup, so we need to send that to dear Mr. Riverside. Okay, we need filters. Because I did a little video using another app called Big View. And
Mhm.
hmm
girl, I didn't even know. I didn't have, this was last night after we got back in, y'all. My makeup, everything was like dry. Like, I'm like, but I don't feel like putting on nothing. Girl, they gave me some
Mhm.
lipstick, the little filter, and brighten up my face a little bit. I was like, let's go. All right. So
Mhm.
filters
Yes.
are great. That's all I want. And the older I get, the less I want to put it on. All right. So I'm so now y'all don't even y'all see y'all don't hardly even wear y'all don't even need it.
Oh, thank
Aw.
you. Oh, yes,
So
I do.
Dr. Lisa, girl, so
Yes.
that was the lead on this thing that we were at yesterday. So tell us, just do a little shout out, little recap, and we can just chit chat on one of the gifts that we had the pleasure of
Mhm.
talking her through. Now, whether she got it or not, she might have had a little capacity because she didn't want to let it go, parts of it go, but she
Well,
understood what we were saying.
we did we so I mentioned that we were on a road trip yesterday. We went down to Macon, Georgia, to visit with the ladies of the Georgia Women in Higher Education, and we had a blast sharing with them what we do at BestieFinder and the gifts, which are the core of our program and coaching. And like I said, we had a blast. It was a beautiful campus. We had an
Yes,
excellent time, and we were able to jump into some of the challenges that go with the way gifts clash and connect. So in one of the questions we got was one of our main topics, as a matter of fact, why do people keep taking what I say so personally? Now, when we hear that, that is like a big old flashing sign that hey, there's a perceiver in the house. So I'm gonna let our perceiver take over and share how that worked out for us. Dr. D. Kathy,
our resident perceiver. Okay,
our
uh,
resident perceiver.
guys. Yeah, so I mean, I hone right in on that one. I'm like, girl, they think you judgmental. They think you being mean and ugly and
Hmm.
um, all that. And so one later yelled out, harsh and brash. I said, right. I'm like, cool your heels, girl. Cool your heels. Okay. And was just so good to see the relaxation on her face because
hmm
of the fact
Hmm.
that guys, when you talking and to a perceiver, when you're asking a question, they're going to give it to you. They're going to give and guess what, they're eager to answer your question. And so but we come out with such force sometimes that it comes out as if we're being negative and harsh when it really isn't that. We just want you to get it, like, nah, this is how this should be because blah blah blah. And no,
Hmm.
girl, if you're asking me a question, yeah, no, you shouldn't be blah, whatever. And that's the way it comes out. We are meaning no harm. And
Hmm.
so that's when I told the young lady also, well, the group actually, that when once we become aware, because we're not aware that we're offending people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so because of my exhorter, which I lead with, so I'm always happy go lucky smiling. But see, when perceiver girl comes out, they're like, who is that? Where did she come from?
Mm-hmm.
And not even realizing that that's really who I am still. But you can still lead with a very pleasant, joyful, loving gift. But when you ask the question for the other gift to show up, she show up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I loved how Nayala came back. So we were able to give her, and then Dr. Lisa, you how you came in with the grace at the end, but us
Mm-hmm.
just being able to say, girl, no, they just is now that you are aware, you just have to make a better decision on how you're going to make your delivery. Now, the one thing about it is we ain't gonna lie to you, right? So we're
Mm-hmm.
not going to lie because our integrity is very high. So you still going to get the truth. You still going to get the answer, but the delivery is what's important for a
Mm-hmm.
perceiver. So, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
answer the question. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what? Why you had to say it like that? I'm like what? And honestly,
Mm-hmm.
we're asking like what? How did that come across to you? It's funny how that is. Then,
Mm-hmm.
but you're talking to somebody like Coach Nayala, and take it away, Coach Nayala.
So it was eye opening to see like the concern on her face because to your point, Dean Kathy, she just really wanted people to get what she was saying and she didn't understand how it was coming across. And so having the gift assessment and it was beautiful to see her understand that we hear her, we see her, she is heard, she is seen. And to be able to share my perspective as a compassionate, to let her know that we are sensitive, because we just want everybody to feel good and just love on each other. Even in your mess, we want you to be loved in your mess, right? Which is not the best way to be. We're not advocating for that
Yeah.
at all. I want to put that caveat out right now. We're not advocating for you to live in your mess, and at the same time, at the bottom line, we just want everyone to feel good, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
being sensitive sometimes, especially if we have not taken the gift assessment, can feel like we're being judged or we're being attacked. And so giving her that opportunity of grace, like
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Lisa said, the grace, and knowing that now that she's taken the gift assessment, she's empowered to know how she comes across and she can be able to communicate with more compassionate people, sensitive people like me that hold on to things for 10 years. Um,
20.
she now has the power to give them grace so that they can receive her a little bit better. And it was helpful to be able to share some tips with her on how she can have better conversations so people can receive the truth in what she's saying.
Right.
So yeah, it was really good. It was really good yesterday. So
No,
And
that's
one
yes.
of the things I heard that we didn't get a chance to discuss yesterday, uh, is that another participant was like, well, do we have to preface everything we say? And
I'm like, no.
I could tell that there's some weariness there. That okay, every time I say something, now I gotta say, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. And of course, in the spirit, in the moment, I was like, well, if you gotta say it, then yes, you are, right? So now when, bringing it back to once you know better, you do better.
Exactly.
What understanding your gifts does and understanding your team's gifts does is introduce that element of grace, because now you're like, okay, well, you're separating the emotional reaction from the actual message that's being delivered. And it's going to be hard to do in the moment. It is hard to do in the moment. But the more you practice this self-awareness that we teach at BestieFinder, you will make it'll be easier. And so you won't be having to stop and preface what you say. You will actually choose different words. And you'll be misunderstood less. It's not, you're not going to never be misunderstood,
Right.
unfortunately.
Right.
But you might find yourself having to re-explain or repeat or argue or fight or clash a little bit less when
Right.
you understand that, okay, if I say it this way, it might be misconstrued. So let me find a different way to say this. Again, not lying or
Right.
Right.
misleading, but working a little bit harder to make that communication more graceful, more considerate, but still direct and honest.
Yes. Direct and honest. I love it. That's a great way to end that topic. I won't add nothing or take away nothing from that, okay?
All right. Well, in the spirit of getting ready for the Bestie Finding the Community Conversation, bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
I
So we didn't give them the link this time, but the link is going to be in